y'all.
Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good.
Yes, I'm feeling great with my San Pellegrino.
Okay. All right. San Pellegrino.
Yes, it's my new favorite drink.
Oh, okay. Sparkling?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that, and I've been getting the one that's only 35 calories.
All right, girl.
I'm trying to get right.
I'm trying to tell you.
Going to see Chris Brown in October. I need to be snatched.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to have me looking down.
I'm going to be right there on fourth row.
Right.
He going to see me.
Come on now.
He going to hear me. So, and be like, propose to me.
Right. Well, you would really marry Chris Brown?
I love Chris Brown. Don't do me.
Well, I know you love him, but I'm like, really?
I would just say that. I don't know him.
Well, that's true. But, you know, I did watch his last tour that he did.
Mm-hmm.
Something about Bleeding Heart Under the Full Moon. Oh, I actually knew it.
Yeah. So I'll give you that. Well, it's not right, but it's okay.
Well, okay, what is it? Broken Heart?
It's just the Full Moon tour. I believe that's what it was.
Yeah, but it was something heart. No, it was Bleeding Heart Under the Full Moon. I promise you, because it had the heart in the middle of the moon.
So that means that it's a bleeding heart under the full moon just because?
Well, I know it's something like that. However, I watched the opening of that tour and such a jerk. But I watched the opening of that tour and was like watching the performance and I was like, oh, wow, he puts on a good show.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then I saw the one before that he did where he came flying down from the little screen or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that was pretty impressive. And his dancers were like flipping out of the sides of the corners of the stage. I was like, that's actually really cool.
No, Chris puts on a show.
Yeah. And he still sounds good too.
If you've never seen him, like that's home for him.
Ah, okay.
He puts on a good show and he dances the whole time.
See, Marco's a big fan. So he really wants to see him. So I'd be going for him. But in looking at the YouTube things, it does actually look really good. And even though I might not know a whole lot of the songs, I'm always up for a good performance.
Oh, well, yeah, you'll love it.
So, yeah. So how was your week, girl?
My week was great.
Good.
Stayed busy, of course, throughout the week, doing things. And then after the week ended on Saturday, me and one of my homegirls went on a girls' day. And we went to this dope exhibit that they have right now in San Diego at Wonder Spaces, and it's called In Common. Karl. Man, so dope. They have all these different exhibits inside, and they answer like all of these questions about life and our existence here, and it's just amazing. And I posted a few of them.
Yes,
but
you did.
My favorite, my overall favorite was called, I believe, We're All Made of Stars. And basically what you did is you went and stood in front of this board, like a screen, and the light reflected off of you onto a mirror behind this board. And when you came back, your shadowy figure is stars.
Wow.
It was just so dope. It was so dope. And then the second favorite of mine was they had a virtual reality simulation. And basically you would sit in there and it formulated in 3 chapters that each chapter had a question that they asked. And while they asked these questions, and I'm not going to tell you what the questions are, because if people want to go experience it, I want them to experience it.
Right.
But basically, when it asks you these questions, you can listen to other people who have previously done it experience their answers to the questions. And then you get a chance to record your answers.
Oh.
It is so dope. So dope. I cried on the last question, because it was an experience for me. And again, you have to be open to these different experiences for this. And then the last exhibit that I really liked was called Confessions. And basically they have a wall of confessions and they give you an opportunity to go into the booth, write a confession, drop it in anonymously, and then they'll put it out there. And so people were just...
Oh, wow.
You're allowed to let go of a lot of things that you're keeping in. It was just... I loved it. And so then after that, Karl, we went to this restaurant called Trailer Park in the Dark. I should have known.
Based on the name. Oh.
But you go in here and they have different like trailers that you can sit in if you have large groups.
Uh-huh.
But then other than that, they have like these long picnic tables with foldy chairs or like run over benches. And like, it looks like a trailer park. And they have like the red cup lighting hanging around.
The Dixie cups?
Yes, like hanging and stuff. Child, they had 2 things on the menu that were Trump something. The Trump this, the Trump that. And the tacos was called Crossing the Border Tacos.
Oh.
Carl, I have never like looked around and like had to examine my surroundings so much in my life.
Right.
Like they don't have fries there. They got tots.
Okay. So it's real American.
And they serve you everything on these like silver trays. And the main, like the biggest entree that they have there is a TV dinner.
Wow.
And you can get like a meatloaf.
Is it owned by...
or chicken fingers.
Huh.
With mashed potatoes and mixed veggies, a dessert, and a Jell-O shot.
There's somebody who's real American.
Very American.
Yeah.
And the drink I was going to get was the America Mule. Because, you know, I like Moscow mules. It was called the America Mule. No lie. Murica. America. So needless to say, we hurry up and ate and rushed out. And the food wasn't even good.
See? Wow.
So, and then after that, we went to like this little bar and had some happy hour margaritas, and that was fun. Saw a girl get punched.
Oh my God.
And her nose was leaking. I mean,
what did you say?
Went down to the back. Went down to the.
You said it so just like, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Like it's a normal thing.
Yeah, that's.
Went down to the bathroom and she leaking blood everywhere. Child, it was a mess.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but it looked like our homegirl did it.
Honey, you need to find some new friends.
Those are not your friends.
Right.
And then after that, we went to a hookah lounge.
Oh, nice.
And just hookah. And we did a pineapple bowl hookah, and it was really nice.
I haven't been to hookah in forever.
And that was so the first time my friend Shantae had ever done hookah, she came out to Atlanta when I was there, and I took her to a hookah lounge, and she just loved it. So I was like, well, let's do it again.
Okay.
And so she really likes it. But yeah, so when you guys come down, I got a couple of spots we can go to. Trailer park in the dark.
Yeah, we're not doing the trailer thing. No, we're not doing that. No, you're not walking in with a foreigner and a black guy. We're not doing that. No.
But yeah, so that was my week. That was my weekend.
Good.
So it was good.
Okay.
What about you?
My week was good. So Friday.
Dang, I talked for almost 10 minutes this time.
Thank you.
You know what growth is? When you can call yourself out for your own stuff.
Come on. Because I wasn't going to say nothing. I was like, you know what? We're going to let her. Yes. Come on here. Let's hear the week. Ugh. Okay. My week, though, we took the kids, was the last full week of the summer program. So we took the kids to a nice little amusement park. That was fun. I got to chop it up with my friend because she went to Greece. So we was catching up on all of that.
Nice.
And so that was a good day. And then Saturday got a whole lot of business stuff done. Well, the whole week was good, actually. It's just been, pretty mellow.
Yeah.
I have to admit that it was tough for me knowing that I was turning in the final assignment for school.
Oh, because you've just been doing it.
Yeah, it hit me a lot harder than I was expecting. Like, it really did. Like, I truly got emotional and was getting teary-eyed. And I'm like, why am I getting teary-eyed? But I think it was the realization of seeing something that I put my mind to.
Right.
For being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Like, seeing my own strength through this process.
Wow.
Really broke me down. Like, it really,
You know why I'm saying wow?
Why?
Because I was talking to John Grant Talbot III this morning. And we had the same conversation.
About you guys seeing your own growth?
Well, about him seeing his growth and his change and him becoming who he really is. And I just, and there you go. We're all on this.
Yeah.
I was like, man, okay, keep going.
Aw. John Grant Talbot III.
Okay.
I know. When you said the name, I was like, I know, because we the only ones to call him his full name. We love you, brother.
I love you.
But it was a nice realization because I said that I was going to do it and I wanted to get a 4.0 GPA.
Right.
And I literally graduated with a 3.99 GPA. Literally.
See?
While working.
See?
12 hours and doing everything else. And it showed that when I put my mind to something, and no matter how tough it got,
exactly,
I still kept going and I still kept giving 100. And a lot of people call me smart, but I really didn't believe it until this situation. Okay, I'm not getting emotional.
Aww.
But I saw it in myself.
Yeah.
And I did it. It was nobody else. I did it.
And you pushed yourself. Nobody was pushing you. You did it
exactly.
yourself.
So that just, it really opened something up in me when I was doing that final project, because it was just like, look where you were 3 years ago and look who you are now.
Yay,
because I made the decision to. So yeah. And so, and then celebrated my mommy's birthday.
Yay.
And darling, yay, my mommy. And yeah, and then, oh, honey, when I tell you the party, they're not ready. So when I finished my assignment, my husband was like, do you know what you're going to wear? Mm-hmm. And I had my shoes because I showed you my shoes. Mm-hmm. But then I was just like, something came over me. And I've been in talks with some people about some things that are happening, and everything is falling into place. Mm-hmm. And the thing that came to me is, you are the ringmaster. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay. And then I had another conversation with somebody, and they told me,
did you get a long coat?
I'm not telling you nothing.
You got fish tails on your coat, nigga.
I'm not telling you nothing. I'm not telling you nothing. But it came to me, you are the ringmaster. You are the leader. And I was like, okay.
I know what a ringmaster look like.
Huh. And then I was having another conversation.
That boy's sharp.
Then I had a conversation with somebody else, mm-hmm. and they were just like, your spirit. They were like, you don't understand how much of a light you are. Just your presence and your spirit is a light. And I was like, wow, okay. So you take ringmaster and you take prophet and you merge those two.
Are you talking about Jesus prophet or?
Well, I'm just saying,
Buddha prophet.
Well,
because Buddha just showed his belly.
So let me just say this.
But I just want to know if you're wearing a crop top or not. I just need to know.
I'm going to tell you like this. You can take the materials from Buddhism. You can take the look of a prophet, and you can take certain aspects of a ringleader. And that is going to be my looks for my actual graduation ceremony and the graduation party.
Looks? You said looks.
Yes.
Oh, plural.
Yes.
We're serving looks.
I'm telling you, it's what I felt. And when I start seeing the pieces, it's just like, yes. And so everything is being altered now to fit me perfectly. I'm telling you, it's so me. It's so me, all of it.
That's what it's supposed to be. Yes,
the pants, and then I found these shoes that have some writings on them. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say, but one of the sayings, it's multiple writings and stitchings, but they say, so yes, I have a pair of shoes for Friday for that look. And then I have a pair of shoes for Saturday for that look. Mm-hmm. And the shoes say no negative energy zone.
Period.
And that's just one of them.
Period.
So I'm excited. I can't wait to post the pictures up because the pictures are going to be fly. So that was my week.
So excited.
Yes. Yes.
You're going to look sharp. I know it.
Yes. And I'm actually really excited just to see everybody because there's so many people coming who I haven't seen in years who are coming to celebrate. I'm really excited. I really, really, really am excited.
Me too. I'm excited.
It's going to be good.
Some people too.
And you know what? And while we're talking about being excited, let's keep you excited because we're going to go into the games that people play. So, I wish you guys could see his face. She's so pissed. Everybody knew it was coming.
Oh, you're so lucky I forgot the soundboard.
I told you. It was coming. So.
Star's even pissed. She over here barking.
That's okay. So, everybody remembers when Trina hit me with the last. So
nobody remembers that.
Everybody does.
I didn't hit you with anything. It was fun. You sang. We had a good time. It was great.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
But just for those of you who don't remember John Legend, here you go.
What the hell is that?
John Legend. Right.
I ain't never heard
now
that
we've
in my
recapped
life.
That. Yes, Right. You don't remember that. So I said we were going to be fair, and this is what I decided to do. So I decided to do name association. Since Trina did word, I'm going to do names. So you have 15 groups of 2 actors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the 2 names. And just to be fair, just like she put her words in the production notes, I put these names in the production notes for Trina. So she's been able to go through them. But this is how it's going to work. I'm going to say the 2 names. You have to give me a movie that they've been in.
Together?
Yes.
I will never know this. I don't even know these people.
But what I'm going to do to make it easier for you is I'm going to even give you the character name. Because I want to be fair, because I don't want you to think
it's not fair.
That it is fair because you can point. And actually, you know what? Seeing that you wouldn't do it for me, I'm going to do it for you. You get to choose what actor's name you want me to name their character.
Whatever. All right, let's do this because I have no idea about any of this, but I'm game.
It's okay.
I'm game because he's trying to. This is what Carl's trying to do. He's trying to get me to not be able to beat his score. So he's doing all of these names.
That's not true. That is not true.
Of Caucasian actors that I have no idea who they are. Never seen a movie with them in my life. So
that is so not true.
Let's go.
Because a lot of these people you are gonna know.
Let's go. Let's do this. Boom.
Okay. So you ready?
Yep.
All right. So okay, we're gonna get it started.
Do I have a time limit or I can just take as much time as I need?
You know what? I'll give you want 10 seconds for each one? Do you think that's fair?
I don't know. I don't even know what this game is. So sure.
I just told you what the game was.
Sure. 10 seconds. Isn't that what you had for Song Association? Boom.
It was. You gave me 10 seconds for each one. Okay. So we got 10 seconds on the clock. You ready?
Yes.
All right. First group is Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. Name the movie.
I thought you was giving me choices.
Yes, I did. So you have to choose which one you want the character name for. I told you that.
Black. I know that.
That's correct. The next one is Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans.
Wow. Who is Chris Hemsworth? Oh, that's Thor. Avengers.
That's correct. Which one? Actually, I'll just give you Avengers. Okay. All right. So the next one, that's 2 for 2. See?
Whatever.
Come on now. Meryl Streep and Emily Blunt.
What's Meryl Streep's character's name? Devil Wears Prada.
Yo, come on here, girl. Look at you. See, I told you.
I had to think about
Look at you.
I don't know who Emily Blunt is, though.
Emily Blunt was the assistant.
I thought it was Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway was the one who came in and looked messed up. The one who worked, who was the first assistant, that's Emily Blunt.
Oh, never would have.
The British one.
Never would have guessed it. I never would have guessed it without you.
Okay, girl. Next one. Here we go. Tyler Perry and Janet Jackson. This is an easy one. It also had Jill Scott in it.
What?
Yep.
I don't watch Tyler Perry movies.
You've seen this one because we actually saw it together, honey.
I have no idea what this is. So.
Okay, tell me which one. Tell me whose character's name you want.
I'm not going to know the character's name because I don't remember any Tyler Perry movies.
It's the only movie that Tyler Perry and Janet Jackson have done together.
I don't know.
And that's time. It was Why Did I Get Married?
I don't even remember that movie.
Yeah, it came out a long time ago. Jill Scott was the main person.
There we go.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one. Ready?
Sure.
Let me get the 10 seconds on the clock for you. So the next one is going to be Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone.
I don't know who either one of those are. People.
Yes, you do. You know Ryan Gosling.
Who is he?
Ryan Gosling is the white guy.
I don't know. What's the character name?
You want to know his character name?
Oh.
His character's name is Sebastian.
I definitely don't know that.
Okay. The name of the movie was La La Land.
Never seen it.
Okay. So, ready for the next one?
Yes. See, this is why it's a cheating game. I ain't never seen half of these movies.
Oh, come on.
Let's go.
All right. Next one. Jason Statham and Idris Elba. Jason Statham is the bald black guy. I mean, the bald white guy.
Okay. Everybody's bald. Bruce Willis is damn bald now.
Yes, but come on now.
I don't know.
It's the only movie that they've done together.
I don't know.
Okay, it's Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. It's not out yet. Okay. Right. Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. 10 seconds. Here we go.
I'm assuming this is Secret Life of Pets.
Which one?
2.
That's correct.
And I never saw
Or you
that.
could have done Night School. I was going to accept either one because they've been in several movies together.
Never saw that.
So we're going to give you that one. All right, next one. We have Melissa McCarthy. And you can name any movie these two have been in together because they've done a few together. Melissa McCarthy and Rose Byrne.
I don't know.
10 seconds
Rose
now.
Byrne is.
They get on a plane. Come on.
Bridesmaids?
That's time. Oh, you got it just in time. I'll give you that one.
Who is Rose? Which one was she?
She was Helen.
Ellen.
The rude rich, the rich one.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's the only movie I've ever seen her in.
Oh, okay. So here we go. Number 9.
This?
Heath Ledger and Morgan Freeman. Starting now.
Who is Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger is the one who passed away. Oh, I'm sorry, Joker.
Joker? And Morgan Freeman? Oh, no.
It was The Dark Knight Rises.
Never seen it.
Okay. Here we go. We have another one. 10 seconds on the clock. Here we go.
This is set for me to fail. Go ahead.
No, it's not.
It is.
Here we go. Next one. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen.
They were in a movie together?
Yes, they are.
What is Tom Hanks' name in it?
That's time, but I'll give it to you anyway. So if you can hold, it's 10 seconds, honey. So I'll give you Tom Hanks' character is Woody.
Oh, I guess that's Toy Story.
That's correct. We're just going to do away with the time to make it more fair for you. Okay. Viola Davis and Denzel Washington.
Oh, shit. I don't know. What was Viola's name in the movie?
Viola's name in the movie is Rose Maxon.
Never seen it. No, I don't know.
It was Fences.
Never saw that.
Next one. Leonardo DiCaprio and Jamie Foxx.
What? They were in a movie together?
Yes, they were.
What was Leo's name?
Leonardo DiCaprio's name was Calvin Candle.
Never seen it.
If you would have asked for Jamie Foxx's, you would have got the movie name.
What?
It was Django.
I didn't like Django.
Okay. This one you better get or I'm revoking your black card. Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall.
Oh, gosh. It's the African movie.
Come on, say it.
I don't know the name of it.
James Earl Jones is in it.
I know what movie it is. Oh, Coming to America.
That's right.
I almost
All right,
didn't
girl.
get it because I don't remember the names of movies or people.
Okay, here we go. 14. Michael Myers and Cameron Diaz.
I don't know who Michael Myers is.
You want to know his character
Isn't
name?
it Jason? Isn't that Jason's real
No,
name?
Michael Myers is an actor. He played Austin Powers. That's Mike Myers.
Oh, I don't know.
You had to choose one, so I can give you a character name.
Cameron Diaz.
Princess Fiona.
Oh, Shrek. She was
Exactly.
Shrek's wife?
Yes.
Oh.
And Michael Myers played the voice of Shrek.
Really?
Yes.
I had no idea.
And for your final question.
And I got 3 out of 15 because this game was set
That's
up
not
for
true.
me to lose.
That's not true. I'm going to tell you exactly how many you got. You got a lot. So, number 15.
I know this is Lion King.
That's right. It was Beyonce and Seth Rogen, and that was Lion King. So we're going to tally them up. How many did I get last week? I need to hear it first before I count yours.
I don't remember. It wasn't last week.
That's true. But you gave me 14 out of the 15 because there's one I didn't get.
Exactly. So I lost again because...
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. I didn't get 15 out of 15. I had to get 15 out of 15 to beat you.
I'm still going
I'm
to
not
count it
even
up,
on
though,
the
so we can keep
playing
score.
board. I got 5.
That's not true. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No, I didn't.
You got 10 correct.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, honey.
No,
yes,
I
you did.
didn't.
You missed Ryan Gosling. You missed Jason Statham. You missed Leonardo DiCaprio. And you missed...
I missed Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
I missed Heath Ledger, Morgan Freeman. Yeah. Thanks for trying to add up, give me some extra points. But no, this game was set up for me to fail. And it's horrible. That was horrible. At least Song Association, you listen to music. It could have been any genre, anything. This was a movie.
You watch movies too.
No, not like the ones you watch. I don't watch none of this shit. I am pissed. And didn't you know that I don't know people's names? I told you I don't know nobody's name.
But look how many lifelines I gave you. I took the time out mid-game.
That was the hardest game ever.
It was not.
Out of those, I had only seen 5 of the movies.
And all of those movies were high-ranking movies for the time when they were released.
Okay.
They were all movies that were popular.
They were all movies that were popular to who? Because it depends on what type of movies that I watch. I don't watch every type of movies. I watch Disney movies, white comedy, and nigga shit. Am I allowed to say that?
It's too late now. It don't matter.
Dang.
Oh, well, okay. Hey.
That was horrible. So Europe, you're winning 2-0.
Oh, well.
Anyway, moving on to the next.
What do you mean? No, okay, hold on. Stop it. Just stop. Hold on. No, you're not going to sit here and be Patty McPowderson.
You set me up to fail.
I did not. You stopped that.
You did.
I wouldn't do that. Trina, look how many things I put in there because I wanted you. I did all the research on all the characters so I could be able to present them. And even
Karl,
many of them.
You picked movies that you know at like, what am I? The Pathfinder or whatever the hell that movie was called?
The Pathfinder.
Whatever. Whatever any of those movies are called. Like, what? What was the Viola Davis and Denzel Washington movie?
Fences.
Yeah.
That was a huge movie.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, Pathfinder.
And what about
I cannot.
You know, when you said Tyler Perry, I was going to be pissed. Because I don't remember.
But me and you went to go see that together, and you even said that was good.
And that might have been the first and last movie I've ever saw.
I think it was because you enjoyed Jill Scott being in it because you were just like, oh my God, it's Jill. Her. So we went to go see it together.
Okay, I like Jill Scott.
So I thought that would be the one.
You should have put Jill Scott.
Well, I don't think you would have remembered her character name. So even if I would have said that, you probably wouldn't have remembered. But I put Janet because
Ryan Gosling and Emily Stone. What movie was that?
That one was called La La Land.
Yeah. What?
You should have known that.
I don't even know
what that's about. And the reason being is because, well, let me just tell you why you should have known that one is because they thought they won the Academy Award for that because that was the year when the Academy Awards was being, blacklisted against black actors.
Why
so that's
would I know that?
Let me tell you why. Because their name was called to get the Academy Award and Moonlighting had actually won. That was the biggest mistake that the Academy had ever made, calling the wrong name. That was La La Land.
Why
because they showed Emma Stone.
Know that? And I don't watch the Academy Awards. I don't watch the Golden Globes. I don't watch anything that has to do with the movies awards.
Okay, Trina.
Set up to fail.
This is false truths and fables. You go find.
But it's okay.
You go find
now
any
that I
reason
know
to try
we
to make this
dirty. Now that I know, next time I'm gonna ask you who's the executive producer of the song by Chris Brown. Like, period.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's war. It is on. I declare it and decree it in my country as queen. It is now on.
Oh my God. I declare it, I decree it. Okay, you better speak those things.
And that is that.
I wasn't not trying to be shady. I literally was trying to give you every possible way to win.
I was not trying to be shady.
Okay. You want to declare war? Though I tried.
You didn't try.
That shall it now be.
Okay.
War.
This is audience participation. So next week, we're going to put a poll. Was that fair? Was that game fair? Or was Song Association fair? Let's do a tally of which game was fair.
How about we do this?
And then we'll see.
The day that the show comes out, you will put it on your page for yours, which is this movie game.
No, we can't do it like that. We're going to put it on the pages. The pages Instagram. So that everybody can go to one spot. Because some people will go to yours and be like, your game was fair. And go to mine and be like, your game was fair. No, we're not doing that. Playing both sides of the fence. You going to choose one or the other. And if you put both, you get blocked. You see how she putting you out there, Breakers?
You see how she putting you out there? She's trying to divide us.
If you put both, you're getting blocked.
She's trying to divide. No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay, so we'll do that on Thursday. So the day after the show, we'll post it up on Thursday. Okay, and I'm telling you, this was fair.
It wasn't fair.
I stopped the clock. I was finding the characters, all that. You gave me nothing.
You had to stop the clock because I ain't never heard none of them movies before in my life.
So those songs, I had to come up with songs and had to sing the lyrics that you had to know.
That you've actually heard before.
Well, those movies you should know because they were huge successes. So
wow.
I'm sorry that you don't pay attention to your entertainment news.
That's why you do film.
Okay.
So we're going to move on to our next thing.
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm. And it is help me fix my life. Can you help me? It's Brittany. Help me fix my life. Yeah, it's Brittany. Brittany. Help me fix my life. Karl Trina. It's Brittany. Can I say that on the air too? Dang. No. Do I have to do a new song?
Oh my God. Oh, no, you can't.
No, I can't. Redo the song or no?
No, you can't redo it now.
That.
Oh, you can't say it either.
Sorry, Mom, if you're listening to this episode. Wow.
Oh,
it's
God.
Britney,
okay.
That's what I should have said, huh?
Yes.
Ooh. Well, we're marked as explicit content, so.
Yeah, we are. And even though we don't, it's not even explicit.
Well,
though.
Star
I think it's just
really
because
liked
the topic.
that song. She came right to my feet.
Oh my God.
All right, girl, go on with this week's Help Me Fix My
Okay. All right. So it says, hey guys, this will be short. My roommate and I haven't been doing. Oh, here we go.
Getting doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just going. We're just going to make this bigger. How about that? No, not at all. I just saw that along and assumed that it was doing when it wasn't. Anyway, so we're just going to go to the beginning. I know. That's why I said I need to make this font bigger. You're not in the glasses.
Yes.
Here we go. Hey guys, this will be short. My roommate and I haven't been getting along for a while now, and it's to the point where we argue and fight about the dumbest shit. I have asked her to leave multiple times since my name is the only one on the lease, but her ass will not go. What do I do? The pissed off breaker Shay, not to be confused with Trina's alter ego, LMAO.
Oh, man. Dang. This is that stressful. You itching, Karl?
Yeah. It did. Reading that made me hot. I was like, oh my goodness. It like spiked my temperature.
I've dealt with it.
Oh,
and as one of my best friends would call it, is a squatter. I dealt with it myself. So Nico used to call this person a squatter. It's hilarious. Yeah, man. It's hard getting people out. I just moved.
Well, right.
I said I'm moving out this day, so
this is a difficult situation.
Especially if you both are paying bills.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter if just your name is on the lease. This person has been paying to live there, so.
Now, if they're staying there free and your name is the only one on the lease and they refuse to vacate your property, then you have every right to call the authorities because they are trespassing.
Yeah, and depending on also your state's laws, they're different.
That's correct.
You know, if somebody's been living in the dwelling for 30 days, they probably have like a certain amount of time to where they have to vacate, and you have to give them written notice that they have to move out.
That's true.
There's lots of legal
and it can also
sides
be
of it.
Right, exactly. That is that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Sorry, Shay. Dang. Been there.
I do want to say this though. You just seem really irritated with your friend. And I noticed that you didn't mention.
Doesn't say friend. Said roommate.
Right. This is true. Let's not get confused here.
I don't know if there was a friend before the roommate situation, but now they're just a roommate.
Right. And there isn't a lot of information here. So I don't know if they were friends. I don't know if they were ex-lovers. I don't know if it was a random roommate. So this is tough to go through for many reasons. It's just tough to try to give advice on this. I'm just going to say this. If you're at that point where you just want that person out, then what you need to do is sit down with them and make it very clear. I don't know if you're being as direct as possible, but maybe there is something that's not clicking in the other person's head. So I would say this, sit down with the person and be very clear and say, look, you and I don't get along. Maybe you think everything is all right, but for me, it is not. I want you to get out of my home within the next 2 weeks or however long it is. I would advise you to be kind and not handle it out of frustration or handle it out of anger, only because we're only responsible for the energy that we put out and you don't want that energy to come back to you. So I would say first, deal with the frustration within yourself and find peace before you have the conversation. But definitely you need to make it clear in the conversation what you are expecting.
Well, my living situation with the squatter was, they didn't pay any bills. So I think it's different when you have somebody who obviously has been contributing to the household. I feel like, you should give enough notice. And if they don't want to leave, then you should leave. But for the squatter, it was definitely, if you don't leave, I'm vacating this property.
Right.
And I'm going to do it the right way. And you won't have access to where I'm going next. So you either leave and still have access to where I am and be able to stalk me, or you don't and I disappear forever.
That is unfortunate that you even had to be in that situation to give them an ultimatum.
Yeah, I was in some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, that seems heavy.
I even had a roommate situation where the person was actually paying bills and I dreaded going home. Oh,
well, I've been there. I've been there before too.
Thank God for my health being horrible at the time. Jesus. Because it allowed a door to open for me to leave without it being I didn't even have to lie to you about why I wanted to leave. I had to leave. So it just made life so much easier.
Right. I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at your situation of being ill. I was laughing at how you worded it.
I was laughing at all of it. Because if I wasn't, then I wouldn't have been able to leave. And I probably would have ended up going to jail for murder.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, well, hallelujah for deliverance.
Hey.
Come on in here for growth.
So, yeah.
Shay, in this situation, I'm going to say this. If after you've made it clear to the person and then they come back to you with, well, I heard you, I understood you, I was just choosing to ignore you, what are you going to do about it? Then what I say to you is really simple. You turn into alter ego Shay. So then your name can be associated with it.
There you go. Well,
real
alter
simple.
Ego Shay would probably destroy property. So don't go to that extra.
Right. But then you just got to do what you got to do. Because if the person then understands what you're saying and is just refusing to leave, then that just becomes an issue. Then you just got to do what you have to do.
Or you just
And I'm not advocating any physical violence in any way.
Yeah.
Please understand that. And I'm not advocating you doing any harm to that person. But I'm saying if you need...
I'm all partial to the knuckle sandwich. I said it before. And I say it again.
Do not listen to her.
Or a two-piece in the side.
No, we're...
Bing, bing.
No, do not take that route. There are other things that you can do if someone is refusing to leave your home. I promise you.
There are. And then there aren't.
But then again, Shay, take a look at the situation as well so that you can get your lesson from it and your blessing.
Yeah. Just don't have a roommate again. Just don't do it. Unless you marry each other. Just don't do it. That's it.
I'm not going there with you.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So that's it. Oh, girl, peace be with you in your situation, Shay.
And peace be still.
And peace be still. Or this peace go still be in your face.
We're not. No. We do not advocate violence.
All right, we're going to move on to the next segment.
We are.
And it is...
our favorite time.
time.
It's tea time. Oh, God.
Oh, it's tea time. You want to
The
go first?
stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you all don't know. I just can't wait till we start recording and it's on video so you can see the stuff that Trina does that be having me busting up. Because some of y'all think I'm psycho.
Here we
because
go.
I just out of nowhere be
Putting
laughing.
business out there. Just put it out there.
I'm just saying.
We talked about this yesterday. I'm like, Karl always letting the cat out of the bag.
That's not true. Not always. That was already out there.
It was already out there, but you
go.
still had to keep going with it. Like, you could have just said it one time and then it dissipated into non-existence. And now it is here and it is ever present. And everybody knows that eventually we will be recording ourselves and you will be able to see us.
Some things just don't need to be said. They just need to be confirmed. Of course. I mean, the personalities that we have, of course it needs to be recorded because the looks, the hand gestures, all of it.
And the explanation continues for why I just can't keep my big mouth shut.
Okay. It's tea time. It's tea time.
And that was some tea. That was some real tea.
I don't know for why. I'm never letting you let that one go. All right. Okay, I want to start off with this tea, please, because I just want to get this out of the way. I am not beyond praising people when they deserve to be praised. So I'm just going to mention this.
Okay.
On this past Sunday, history was made for the United States because Trump became the first president in history to step foot in North Korea. I may not like him, but that is something that is to be celebrated. And they are officially taking up talks again.
The crickets.
No. I'm just going to be honest, and we do need to give people praise when they do something right. And if he's going to be in talks again with Kim Jong-un about denuclearizing North Korea, I'm all for that. Absolutely. The rest of the world is working on it, and they were the only ones that were refusing. So I may not like him, but if he is able to go into North Korea and actually speak to, their leader, I'm all about it. I'm like, yes. And I just do want to say that because I don't want people to think that. Again, I am a liberal, and I say that, but also I'm not beyond celebrating somebody when they do something right, and I've said that before. So I wanted to mention it because, we have many different people that listen to our show. So therefore, I just want to make sure that we're not being fake news and that we are actually celebrating the things that we agree with, because at the end of the day, this is still our show, and it's still going to be about the shit that we won't talk about. I'm just saying, putting that out there. So, Trina, how do you feel about that? I know you don't like him. Moving on to
the next segment. I don't give up rats,
but Trina, that's still good for our country.
Great.
And you have to admit that part. Them still taking steps towards.
I don't.
You don't care that North Korea has nuclear weapons?
I don't have to admit nothing. And I'm glad North Korea might possibly not have nuclear weapons.
Can you celebrate that part? Remember the valedictorian from last week? Just all in how we word it. Exactly. But we can still agree on celebrating that.
I don't understand why we have to talk about Tito Puff this week. I was doing
because
fine.
he is the person who was there and who's doing it.
He's
currently the president, so that's why.
Went to his restaurant. That was Trailer Park After Dark is probably his restaurant. Now that I think about it.
But that is the first, and that's national news. And so it doesn't need to be addressed because we address everything. And then, because I know you want to move on, you spoke about the Walls group last week. Mm-hmm. And so I was on YouTube because I was just looking up some of their performances because they can sing. My God. Yes. The one that we were with Fantasia was brilliant. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I got on YouTube and I saw a video about Daryl Walls. He had gotten on his Instagram and went live where he was addressing something. And with it being Proud Month, I wanted to address this. Okay. So there was a video that leaked.
Is that I don't know which brother that is.
He's the lead singer.
Oh, okay. The older brother.
Yes. There was a video that was released of, allegedly, it's him and some other people inside of a church, and they're doing sexual activities.
What?
And it was with men. Yes, inside of a church. And so to address this, the lead singer, I do believe his name is Daryl, he got on his Instagram and he said something. And actually, I agree with what he said and how he expressed it. He goes, from our past, there are things that may try to come up. And if we are not that person anymore, that's okay. Don't allow those things from your past to come back and haunt you or make you feel bad, because that's not who you are.
Right.
So he never answered the question, and I don't believe he should have to answer that. But I wanted to get your opinions on how he responded about saying that he is no longer there.
Well, maybe he's not. Maybe it was, I don't know.
And to be honest, I don't think he was saying anything bad about the LGBTQ plus community. I didn't get that at all. He was genuinely just speaking about his own personal experience.
Like, come on, there's a lot of men who say that they are straight and they experiment.
Exactly. And I don't see a problem with that.
And that doesn't make them gay just because they've experimented. Because if the shoe's on the other foot and a girl does it, it's, that's sexy. So
right. Straight men think that's hot. Exactly.
Whatever. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think he handled the situation the way that he should have, because it's nobody's business if he is or isn't anyway. So yeah.
And you know what? I do want to say this in defense of him. Shame on whoever released that.
Yeah. It's just
because no one deserves for their personal life, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
To be put out like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
gross.
He may have made the decision to do it wherever it was done, but at the end of the day, that's his life, and no one deserves for their personal experiences to be recorded and put out without their permission.
Yeah.
It was wrong, and in my opinion, I think it was messy because whoever did it is lacking something and was looking for something, and the way that they went about it, that's not the way to go about feeling whatever it is you're lacking. And so that's why I say shame on you, because you were doing it for whatever reason, but knowing that you're doing something like that could possibly damage someone who is been nothing but positive, I believe.
Right. Right.
And I do. And some people might think that's strange as somebody from the LGBTQ plus community, but I just said it with Trump. I may not agree with everything he does, but that is what he did on Sunday was correct. And so I'm going to celebrate that because I believe in finding the positives. And same thing with Mr. Darrell Walls. He didn't deserve that. I believe it's wrong. And so I'm going to say that. That's wrong. Yeah. I don't care who you are. Well, you may not like me because of my life. I don't care. You shouldn't still be done wrong because of that. He has his right to believe what he wants, just like I do.
Mm-hmm. Totally
Shame,
agree.
shame, shame. No.
Totally agree.
Mm-hmm. But since you saw them, I wanted to mention it because that's why I was looking them up, is because I know you saw them and I was like, I want to hear some stuff that they've actually done. So that's why I looked it up and I ran across that and I was like, what is this? And when I watched it, I was like, messy.
Right.
But I wanted to share it with you to see if you had saw it too.
No, I hadn't though.
But
it's just, people suck.
It's a shame.
People suck.
They can.
They do. So let's move on to the next thing. So I wanted to
Let's go.
I wanted to put this out here. The Queen of Shade. Well, one of the Queens of Shade, because Aretha, all of them, Patty, all of them got a little bit in them. But let's talk about Miss Shaka.
No, they got a lot of bit.
Let's talk about Miss Shaka.
She
was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and they were just doing like a little interview, as they do on that show. Mm-hmm. And so the question was asked, since you know Stevie Wonder and you've been around him, what is the most shocking thing that you know about him? Child, why did she say that he can really see?
What?
Just messy. She was like, just that he can really see. And didn't bling, didn't stir, did nothing.
Okay, hold on. No. She's claiming that Stevie Wonder is not blind.
I don't know if she's being serious. Like, it was probably a joke.
Because I was about to be like, oh my God.
All these years. But anyway, I thought that was funny. So I had to put that in there.
She's a mess.
She's a mess. But let's talk about this Vestiville. Have you heard about it?
No. And I'm scared.
Vestiville, July 2019. Or June. This is June. Excuse me. June 2019. So Vestiville is a music festival.
No, you were right the first time. It's July.
What? It is now.
Yes. Yeah.
But when this happened, it was June.
Okay. My bad.
But Vestiville is a music festival that takes place in Belgium.
Oh, okay.
So it was supposed to be this past Friday.
Okay.
Well, Black Twitter is calling it Fire 2.0.
No.
Because on Friday, while everyone is arriving and at the campsites, they were told that the festival was canceled. It was supposed to feature artists like A$AP Rocky, Nicki Minaj. Oh, and guess who else?
Ja Rule. Oh my God. You know what? You're laughing. But no. Okay. This is time for the investigative reporters and us to come out. We're going to break this story. This is going to be huge. Do you know why?
Why?
Because remember when I was doing my research to speak about Fire Festival way back, 3-4 months ago, when we first covered that, I told you that Ja Rule tried to go his separate way from the guy and he still wants to do another festival.
Well, he didn't do this. He didn't do this festival. He was just performing at the festival.
But still, I told you that guy was thinking about trying to launch Fire Festival again 2.0, but it was just going to be in a different way.
Right. But basically what happened is on that Friday, A$AP...
Let's get the detail.
Basically on that Friday, A$AP Rocky tweeted out that he was not going to be performing due to the structural engineering of the stage. Like it was not safe. And he's not going to perform unless it's safe for him and his crew and then also for the people. You know?
Right.
And so people were literally lined up ready to go into the festival. And then they told them it was canceled.
No, but what about the others? Okay, so what made the other artists not perform? The same reason that A$AP Rocky wasn't performing?
I don't know. A$AP Rocky is the only artist that I saw spoke out about it.
Oh my goodness. See, this is good. You have my brain like going now because I'm like, oh, we're going to have to do an update to this because I'm going to dive deep because that first one really got me and going through all of it. So were the people, they've already paid, they're there?
Yeah, and
is it the same thing with the living quarters as well?
Oh, and then it says that that they're in talks about refunds. People actually flew from the United States to this festival. They have footage.
He did it again.
They have footage of these girls on the stage, drunk, just singing and dancing because there's no ice and there's a crowd of people just going like
because there were no performers.
There's no They were performing drunk.
Oh my God!
And there was people saying that they had been in the campground and they weren't letting people in or out, and so they had no water, they had no food, nothing.
Oh my God! Again. I bet you money. I'm going to say it here now. I bet you money it's the same guy. I'm going to have an update for this because I'm going to dive deep. No, you're laughing, but I'm serious.
I'm laughing at how serious you are right now.
Yeah, because I have a feeling something in my gut is telling me it's the same guy and for people to have fallen for it again. So yeah, I'm going to start doing some deep diving breakers. You heard it here first. I called Homecoming. And we were the first. We put it out before it was actually even announced that next Friday. We were right. And I told you, my gut don't lie. There's something there and we're going to break it. Well, I'm telling you guys now, I guarantee you it was the same guy. I'm feeling it.
Breaking Hollywood.
Don't we though?
Ba-dum-bum.
I feel bad for those people, but how could we fall for it yet again? There is no we in that. We're not French. So how could you all fall for that again?
We. They speak French in Belgium though. So we.
Oh, see? Come on here with them tie-ins. Yes, girl. That's sad. I do feel bad for the people who genuinely...
Well, think about how much money you spent. I mean, but then once you get out, you can actually do a little bit of exploring,
Exactly. And really see Belgium.
But it still sucks. Like, you probably, I don't know how much the festival itself costs, but anywhere between $500 and $1,000 for
that's right,
just to get in, and then thinking about where you got to stay and all that stuff. And if you were doing camping,
then
where are you gonna go?
And then it depends on how far the actual festival site is, depending on if they have food. Because then you have to think about, okay, well, how am I going to eat? So, yeah, that's an unfortunate situation for those people to be in again.
It's sad.
And so, yeah, I'm going to do some investigative journalism for this one. For you breakers, to get this story, my journalism hat is on now.
Yes.
All facts. But I want you to hear it first here. Thank you, Trina, for that.
So that was that. And then here's our last little thing of tea. And I wanted to know, would you go? So, Palm Springs, the V Hotel, for I think it's 3 weeks, Taco Bell is taking over. And it is going to be the Taco Bell Hotel where they actually have custom rooms and all of the food is going to be Taco Bell, and they're going to be doing, like Taco Bell inspired drinks, and they're going to even be having like new different dishes that they're going to be giving out. And I don't know if it's all you can eat, but I'm assuming because they were like room service of Taco Bell. Seriously. It's going to be in Palm Springs in July for 3 weeks. It's sold out in 2 minutes, Karl.
It sounds funny to me.
Would you go?
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
I guess it's because I don't like Taco Bell that much.
Oh, I love Taco Bell. But are you shitting me? Because I would literally be on the toilet the whole time.
Right, literally. But I'm just like, what for? You're good in the restaurant business. What's the point of taking over a hotel? Like, what?
It's kind of cool.
What are they going to offer new?
Like, they had hot sauce packet pillows. Like, it was cute. It was so cute.
I agree. It's clever, but you could just do a partnership with somebody to have the Taco Bell suite. Do you know what I mean? Like a whole hotel for what?
Well, I don't know if they're going to have a whole hotel, but I think it's in the works, and they were doing a dry run, basically, of it. So,
okay.
It sold out in 2 minutes.
Taco Bell, you get your life.
2 minutes. People really love Taco Bell. I wonder if they're going to have little chihuahuas running around. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Now, that would be horrible because them little things are snippy. Little monsters. I'm glad Star's only half because, child,
right?
She don't got the snip in her, but ooh, them little things. And then them eyes staring at you and that big old head. Shoot.
I don't get it. I don't get why people, but hey, if
they're like
happy,
the
go ahead.
Rat dogs.
Yeah, they are. Mm-hmm. They are. Yeah, I'm not a Chihuahua fan, but it's okay.
Yeah, no, and they mean. They are mean, vicious.
They can be. They're territorial.
It's like, what are you?
That's what it is.
I could kick you, like.
Right, but there's, they got some fight in them, so I give them that.
They do.
Yes.
But yeah, so Taco Bell Hotel.
All right.
July 2019, Palm Springs.
Well, you know what?
Sold out, so you can't go anyway.
Right. Well, if any of the breakers happen to be the ones that got a room,
or
they know anybody who got a room, let us know.
Invite us.
Hit us up. Let us know what your experience was like, and we'll cover it.
Let us know, and we'll drive down there and experience it with you, and try a Nacho Bell.
This is one that I'm
on the house.
More than willing to pass up. More than willing.
Maybe they'll have the Baja Blast as a mixed drink. I don't know. I think that would be clever.
And it's alcoholic. That might be good.
So tell me about it.
Let us know.
Well, I know in Vegas, don't they have 24-hour Taco Bell that serves slushies, alcoholic slushies? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's just an expansion. That's it. Okay. So anyway, that's it for tea time this week. And we are going to move on to our self-care segment. And again, with Becoming Our Authentic Self, our series, A Quest for Authenticity for the summer, we're going to talk about love this week. Love, love, love. And the reason I left it so broad as love is just because really, I feel like when you are on a quest of being authentic, you have to learn to love unconditionally. Like some people just are who they are. And even when it comes to like looking within and thinking about yourself, we all have flaws. We have things that we're not proud of. We have blemishes when you look in the physical, and we have blemishes when you look internally. And at the end of the day, we need to learn to love all of that about ourselves. And then when you see those things in somebody else, understand that they're probably dealing with the same emotions you are too. So extend that same love to them.
That's right. We've talked about this before, and I do believe it to be true. A lot of the problems in the world would be solved if everyone acted from love first.
Yeah, for sure.
And the crazy thing about that is that loving someone genuinely comes naturally. As a kid, we have to be taught how to have boundaries.
Right.
And that's where we begin to build up the walls and begin to shut ourselves off. But if you just watch children, nobody is born racist. Nobody is born hating anybody else. Nobody is born seeing differences. They're not. Children, when you genuinely watch children run around and play with each other, they're in that moment. And it's not about oh, you're different than me, so therefore I'm not going to play with you.
Right.
No, when they get around other kids, they just lose it. They go crazy and it turns into pandemonium and just happiness and laughter and joy. And it's interesting because if you take a baby and put a baby with another group of babies and one baby starts laughing, they all start laughing. If one baby starts crying, they all start crying.
Right.
However, as we get older, we literally force ourselves to disassociate with others. And we create that separation. Babies in their purest form, they get that.
Yeah.
Somebody's hurting, I hurt with them.
Yep.
Somebody's happy, I'm happy with them. But as we get older, we put those divides and it separates us. And then it's so few of us who really get it as we get older. And then we have to go back through the steps of deprogramming ourselves.
Right.
And then reprogramming again.
Unlearning those
and
traits.
operate, right. And to operate out of love. And it's crazy. Something that makes us feel so good. When you love on another person, it makes you feel good. When you get love back, it makes you feel good.
Great.
But we hold it back.
Yeah.
Because we're scared that they won't receive it, or we're scared that we're going to be rejected.
Yep.
But again, those are all boundaries that we learn as we grow up. Because, oh, no, don't do that because this is going to happen. Or don't do that because that's going to happen. Or
you don't
I can't do that because exactly.
Yeah. Like, don't do that. You don't know them.
But again, it goes back to operating in fear. And all of that is put in us by people we love, by people we don't know, by people we, encounter one time, things that are supposed to teach us a completely different lesson. Instead of it teaching us that lesson, we pull out something negative from it.
All right, Karl, you got a lot to say on this one. Go ahead.
Yeah.
For real.
Well, because it really resonates with me. And again, because it's just, I have been on just about love. That's all I want to see for people.
Right.
That's why I love on people the way that I do. And I've even noticed that I make a lot of people uncomfortable because I am a hugger. There's so many people that I know aren't physical people. And so I'll just walk up to somebody and just hug them. Just hug them. And they'd be like, oh, but then you see them warm up to it, be like, oh, wow.
Right.
And that makes me feel good. And it's not about being disrespectful, and invading their space. It's about showing them, no, I am a safe space for you.
Yeah.
You can be all of you, and I accept that.
I love that. That's that.
Own that.
Own that. I mean, period. But
I didn't mean to talk so long, so I apologize.
I love it. And so I guess now, like you said, we just love. And so, at the beginning I said, maybe get a proposal from Chris Brown. So yeah, I guess I would just marry him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if that's works for you, I support it.
That's what we'll do. So.
But where showing that love comes from though?
Where?
It all comes back to having to love yourself.
It does. It really does. Because
you can't do that.
Like I always say, if you don't really love yourself, how can you love someone else? Because for me, like when I wasn't completely loving myself, I was dissecting all of the things I didn't like about myself. And so it made me dissect the things that I didn't like in other people.
That's right.
So I can't be loving you for who you are if I'm constantly looking at the things that annoy me or drive me crazy.
Come on here.
So
this week, I started listening to Kurt Franklin's new album, and there's a song on there.
This week, on Breaking Hollywood.
Huh?
Sorry. Sorry.
That's all right. It just got me off guard.
Got myself off guard.
So I was listening to Kurt Franklin's song, and
which one?
It's called Favor.
Okay.
And there's a line in it that goes, I'll be criticized and judged only by people who are afraid to try.
Right.
And it's so true. If you look at why you criticize or judge other people, the only reason we do those things is because we don't feel enough confidence or we don't feel adequate enough to do those things. So then we put it off on others. That's why we say the love has to come from within you. I said it earlier and I got emotional because I saw the growth in myself when I challenged myself to get all A's in every class. And even though there were some hurdles that I went through, I forgave myself because there was a teacher who I disagreed with who gave me an A-. And when I got that A-, and I held on to that for so long, it really bothered me, but I got that there was a lesson that I was supposed to learn from that.
Yeah.
And that lesson that I learned from that actually has helped me with this show, because one of the lessons that she taught me was be clear in what you say and watch your tone and how you say it so that you don't come off condescending or judging.
Right.
Because you're a wonderful person and you have a lot to offer. But by the way that you say things, it can make people feel attacked.
Yes, absolutely.
With that knowledge that she gave me and with that advice that she gave me, I am now able to be a better person and connect with people more because of that. So even though I got an A- in that class and I wasn't focused on getting my A, well, I was focused on getting my A. I was focused on that too much that I almost missed the lesson.
Right.
But for some reason that stuck with me. 3 years later, I still remember that and I still use that. So the growth I've seen in myself, but it only came from me looking at myself and not others and loving myself through it.
Exactly. And that's that on that. It's that time again.
Already. All right.
It was good. It was a good time. Good time. Karl.
It was a great time.
Even though you're a cheater. But it's okay. Life goes on. La, 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 la,
you know what? 2-0.
Whoa.
Not being shady or anything.
Yeah, you were.
No.
You
not
threw the
even a
whole
little
palm
bit.
tree. Bruh.
Listen here, I'm an evergreen. I'm a sequoia.
Well, that's even worse. Okay.
Go big or go home. Go
Shoot.
big or
but
go
it's okay,
home.
It's okay. It's okay. Now that I know we're playing dirty.
We weren't playing dirty. Breakers, y'all know.
It's okay. We'll let the breakers decide.
But on that note.
We love you and we mean it.
Yes, we do. Who love light and love light and positivity always.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to say love because that was our theme. So I want to say it over and over and over.
A word that comes and goes.
Come on here. You better tie into that, Kurt Franklin.
Really know
yes.
What it means to really love somebody.
Okay, that's enough. We don't have to pay them. We're at our 10 seconds. Right.
Boom.
Right.
Boom. Anyway.
And so, right.
High five.
High five.
Bye. Don't be cutting me off when I'm doing what I'm doing.
All right, you better hold that now.
Don't you be doing what I do. Tell me to be quiet. Yeah.
Okay, you pay the bill.